Thank you, Parmila
Good
ma'am.
afternoon. Yes, sir. Let us start. Good afternoon to Dr. Sufai sir
Assistant Director.
and all our learners. Welcome all of you to this afternoon's session. We, the officials of RC Vadagara, are very happy to conduct the session for MA Arabic program. Today, our senior regional director is busy with another session under E-Vidya Bharati project for African students. So I once again welcome all of you to this session with a great pleasure. I request Dr. Tufail to take the charge of this session. Over to sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Assistant Director at RC Watakara. It's really gives us a immense pleasure to have you people with us for conducting this counseling session. And I really, you people are doing a wonderful job with so much dedication, promptness, and hard work. And I am sure that RC Wachakara will be a boon for MA Arabic learners under your guidance and your supervision. So I'm grateful to you people for providing the learners all possible support and assistance. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank you,
once
sir.
again. So dear learners, let's focus on our unit, which is today, I think this is Taha Hussein. Taha Hussein, he is considered to be one of the most important literary figures. So dear learners, in the previous unit, which was about Gibran Khalil Gibran, one of the most prominent literary figures in Arabic literature, and the previous session was conducted by Dr. Muhammad Salim, who has an in-depth knowledge of Arabic literature. So you people would have been aware of all the merits and characteristics of Gibran Khalil Gibran. Dear learners, as you know, that this unit which we will talk about today is Taha Hussein. You know that the whole unit, a complete unit, have been devoted to Taha Hussein only. Why? Then the question comes, why? Because Taha Hussein is considered to be a prominent literary figures in Arabic literature. He produced and published abundance of literary works and thousands of articles in Arabic as well as in French. So dear learners, the objective of this unit, that is Taha Hussein, is to provide a study material at the master levels in easy and interesting way, presenting a variety of easy and beautiful models of Taha Hussein. Taha Hussein's works in a way that attract the students, the learners, to conduct further studies on him and his works, especially the literary works. And also the objective of this unit is to pave the way for the learners to delve deeper into the literary reading by guiding about the most important literary books of this writer, that is Taha Hussein. And also the objective of this unit is to expand the students' linguistic horizon of vocabulary, of literary phrases, proverbs, and encourage to use them in your speeches, writings, conversations, etc. And also to introduce the learners to Taha Hussein's personality, to his thought, philosophy, literary works as much as possible. So, dear learners, you would have heard about the Arabic literature. Arabic literature, classical Arabic literature, and modern Arabic literature. What is classical Arabic literature? You have been known to this fact that the classical Arabic literature is nothing. In nutshell, in very brief, I can say you, so that you can remember it forever. The literary forms, the literature which were produced in pre-Islamic period, in Islamic period, in in Umayyad period, in Abbasid period, up to 1798. So the literature which were produced in any form, be it prose, be it poetry, be it mushahat, be it asjal, in any form, be it short story, be it novel. So whatever the genre be, whatever the literary forms be, whatever literature produced before 1798 from pre-Islamic period up to 1798, that literature is called classical literature. So it's very easy to remember this point. The literature which were produced before 1798, which is considered to be the Renaissance, Egyptian Renaissance period. So the literature produced before that period is considered to be the classical Arabic classical Arabic literature. And after that, the literature produced after 1798 means after Nahda. So that literature up to until today, whatever the literature have been produced in form of poetry, prose, short stories, novel, etc., it is called a modern Arabic literature. So just remember this slight reference. So dear learners, let's talk about the unit which is today the Taha Hussein. If we talk about his very early life, Taha Hussein was born in a village in central Upper Egypt, and at the very young age, he contracted ophthalmia, Ramadul Ain. We call it in an Arabic as Ramadul Ain. It is an eye disease. So he contracted ophthalmia. This is an eye disease at very young age. I think at the age of 3 years. When he was 3 years old, he contracted this disease. And as a result of this faulty or treatment, he became blind at the age of 2 or 3 years, at very young age. But he did not give up. He did not give up. He attended a primary school in Egypt, and a very primary school in Egypt is called Kutab. Kutab is a very primary school or primary class in which generally students or learners, they learn some literary or some religious books. So Taha Hussein, he attended a Kutab, he attended a primary school, and he studied religion and Arabic literature. After that, he joined Al-Azhar University, where he studied religion and literature, especially the Arabic literature at Al-Azhar University. But he was not satisfied from the traditional education system. From his very early age, he was dissatisfied with the traditional education system. So when the secular university, that is Cairo University, was founded in 1908, he registered himself in that university. And despite his being poor and blind, he was able to get himself enrolled in that university, where he received a PhD degree for his thesis on the poet and philosopher, that is Abul Ala al-Ma'arri, in 1914. He did his PhD from Cairo University, and his PhD thesis was on the great poet and philosopher Abul Ala al-Ma'arri. And after that, he left for Montpellier, University of Montpellier in France, where he enrolled and attended courses in literature, history, French language, and Latin language. So after sometimes he was summoned to return to Egypt due to the poor conditions of the Cairo University. He came back to Cairo University and looked after the things. And after 3 months, when the conditions of the University of Cairo University improved, he returned back to France again and obtained an MA from University of Montpellier. And continued his study after that in University in Sorbonne University in France. In 1917, University of Sorbonne or Sorbonne University awarded Dr. Hussein a second PhD. And this second PhD was on topic. The topic was of this PhD was on Tunisian historian, or you can say Ibn Khaldun, which is widely regarded as the founder of modern sociology. So his second PhD was on Ibn Khaldun in 1917. After obtaining this degree, Dr. Taha Hussein, he returned back to Egypt, and he was appointed a professor of history at Cairo University. He went on to become professor of Arabic literature and Semitic languages as well. And Taha Hussein, he made responsible for the completion of Mujam al-Kabir, the great dictionary, at the Academy of Arabic Language in Cairo. He also served as the president of that academy. Dr. Taha Hussein, he was also a member of several scientific academies. He wrote his most controversial book, Fir Sher al-Jahili. When he wrote this book, Fir Sher al-Jahili, on pre-Islamic poetry. The name of the book is On Pre-Islamic Poetry. When he wrote this book, and he questioned in this book the whole methodology and construction and formation of pre-Islamic poetry, Arabic poetry, and literary history. He questioned that. But he also said that kulluha manhul, that all this poetry of pre-Islamic period is fabricated, is false. So in this book, he expressed his doubt about the authenticity of the pre-Islamic poetry and claimed that it had been fabricated during ancient times due to some tribal rivalry between them. And what happened after that? This book aroused the intense anger and hostility of the religious scholar at Azhar University, and many other peoples in the country. And he was accused of having insulted Islam. However, and he also tried in the court for this book. He was tried in the court, but it was said that it was the opinion of an academic researcher, not the opinion of Taha Hussein himself. It was said in the court. So no legal action was taken against him, against Taha Hussein, and his book was banned throughout the country. All over the country, his book was banned until Taha Hussein himself was forced to modify some chapters of this book, and it was republished with another name on pre-Islamic literature. في الأدب الجاهلي. The original book was في الشعر الجاهلي, and after the modification, the book was published under another name, which is the on pre-Islamic poetry, means في الأدب الجاهلي. He was also the founding rector of the University of Alexandria. Taha Hussein was an intellectual of Egyptian Renaissance and a prominent of ideology of Egyptian nationalism. In 1950, if you look at his career, academic career, you will see that in 1950, Taha Hussein was appointed as Education Minister, Wazirul Ma'arif, Minister of Education, and in this capacity, means as a minister, he called for free education and the right of everyone to be educated. He said, العلم والتعليم ضروري لكل أفراد الأمة ضرورة الغذاء والماء والهواء. That the education is necessary for everyone, like food, water, and air. So he gave this slogan. He transformed many Quranic schools into primary schools and colleges, and established a number of schools and graduate schools, such as Graduate School of Medicine and Agriculture. He also credited with establishing a number of new universities and was the head of cultural heritage of the Ministry of Education. He held the position of the chief editor of number of newspapers. And if you look at another remarkable book of Taha Hussein, you would find that his very famous book, that is Al-Ayyam, which is also an autobiography of Taha Hussein. Al-Ayyam, it is very important book. And by this book only, Taha Hussein is best known in the Western countries. By this book only, Al-Ayyam. So, two books, that is, one is Fil Adab al-Jahili and the second is Al-Ayyam. These two books are considered to be very important works of Taha Hussein. Even though he has written so many books, the number of books he has written, it's near about 60 books, which include 6 novels and 1,300 articles. 1,300 he has written. And if you look at his books, he has written Ayyam, one of the best book, Fil Adab al-Jahili, as I told you, Dua al-Kirwan, Shajaratul Bus, another book, Al-Mu'addabuna fil Ard. The another book is Qadatul Fikr, Ahlam Shahrzad, Hadithul Arbi'a, the talk of the Wednesday, Hadithul Arbi'a, Ala Hamish al-Sira, Miratul Islam, مستقبل الثقافة في مصر, the future of culture in Egypt, ألوان, مع المتنبي, ذكرى أبو العلا, حافظ وشوقي. This is the name of the book written by Taha Hussein, Lahdat. So dear learners, he has written so many books, so many important books. And Al-Ayyam and Fil Adab al-Jahili is considered to be the best literary works of Taha Hussein. Taha Hussein was not only a writer, translator, but also was one of the most influential Egyptian writer and intellectuals of the 20th century. And he is considered to be the figurehead of the Renaissance, which is Nahza, and modernist movement in literature. He was given the nickname of Amidul Adab al-Arabi, the dean of the Arabic literature. And it was because of his abundance of literary works in Arabic literature. He was given this title, Amidul Adab al-Arabi, the dean of the Arabic literature. So his was his sobriquet, the dean of Arabic literature. He considered an outstanding figure of modernist movement in Arabic literature, which includes novels, short stories, criticism, social and political essays, and many things. If I talk about his style, his writing style, so as I earlier mentioned that Taha Hussein was a writer, historian, critic, translator, thinker. He published so many books in various arts, including poetry, literature, short story, novel, drama, biography, history, sociology, education, and Islamic civilization. He gave the Arab countries a lot of his thoughts, literary thoughts, knowledge, that so many people were influenced by him. And this blind, he was blind, is to be noted that he was blind from at the very young age, at the age of 2 to 3 years. But this blind giant was able to overturn the literary concept. He overturned the literary concepts that prevailed at that time with his thoughts and opinions that were deeply rooted, influenced by the opinions of Orientalists such as Saint-Beuve and Brunetière, who prompted him to adopt the skeptical approach, skewed approach that led him to deny the existence of some pre-Islamic poetry, and the most of it in his book, in pre-Islamic poetry. He said that we should not imitate, we should not copy each and everything. We must do some research, some analytical research. Then we should accept something on the established ground, on a firm grounds. We should not copy each and everything. And not only that, it led him to also doubt many things related to Arab history and even related to religion. Many revolted against him, so many people, such as senior writer Rafiq al-Azam and Dr. Mustafa Sadiq al-Rafi. They revolted against him because they considered him as a distorter of the history of Arabs during a remarkable period of the time and accused him of atheism. Hussein was accused of atheism. So Hussein was, that's why he was forced to modify some chapters in his book Faishir al-Jahili. And republished it under the other name, which was on pre-Islamic poetry, this Fil Adabil Jahili. The ideas and positions of Taha Hussein still raise so many controversies. Even to this day, people differ it as they differed in their life. But one thing will remain immortal in him, that is, in his literary style or literary works, which entered history with Arabic prose styles. As we remember today, the style of the Chahiz. So the future generations will always remember Dr. Taha Hussein because his style touches hearts, stir emotions, including smoothness, sweetness, serenity, and ability to photograph and color something, to picturize something. That's why he will be remembered forever. So if you go through, these were the styles, writing styles of Taha Hussein. And if you go through these literary works of Taha Hussein, which includes so many books, so many articles, political articles, literary articles, you would know that the disability of Taha Hussein became irrelevant to him. It did not come in between his way to the literary itinerary. And you will know how he defeated this blindness, this disability, and produced abundance of literary works. And he is considered to be the dean who took part in enlightening the whole nation. Despite visually impaired from seeing the light, but he took part and tried and gave his best way. He tried his best to give back the society, even though he was visually impaired. But this did not stop him from doing whatever he had done. So, dear learners, I request you to go through at least some of his remarkable books. As I told you that Fil Asr al-Jahili, or Fil Adab al-Jahili, Fil Adab al-Jahili, this is the one, and The second book is Al-Ayyam, which is an autobiography of Taha Hussein. You must go through these two books at least. However, his all the books, his all the literary works are worth reading. You should go through this as much as you can. But if you not, at least you must go through these two books so that you can be aware of what Taha Hussein did in the field of Arabic literature, and then you will know why this title, the Dean of Arabic Literature, was given to him. So, dear learners, let me talk this, whatever I have told you, in Arabic so that you can have a taste of Arabic as well. So let's take his early life first and then moving ahead with that. So dear learners, Taha Hussein إنه ولد في قرية صغيرة، وكان أبوه عاملا في مصنع السكر. His father was a laborer in a sugar factory، ونشأ في ظل الفقر والجهل، وفقد بصره في ثالثة، ولكنه وهب ذكاء حادا وذاكرة قوية نادرة. طه حسين إنه يختار في حياته طريقة التعليم، فالتحق بالكتاب. الكتاب this is a primary school. التحق بالكتاب وحفظ القرآن الكريم، وقرأ بعض الكتب والأشعار استعدادا للدخول الأزهر، أي جامعة الأزهر. إنه دخل جامعة الأزهر وعكف بها على دراسة العلوم، ثم انتقل إلى الجامعة الأهلية عندما فتحت أبوابها، وقضى فيها سنوات عدة يتلقي العلوم على كثير من العلماء والمعلمين، ثم اتجه إلى تعلم الفرنسية حتى يفهم، حتى إنه تمكن من فهم المحاضرات بهذه اللغة، أي باللغة الفرنسية. وفي سنة 1914 قدم رسالة عن الشاعر الشهير والفيلسوف أبي العلا المعري، وفاز بالدرجة الممتازة، ولذلك أرسلته هذه الجامعة إلى فرنسا على نفقتها، أي على نفقة الجامعة. وكان أهم ما شغف به من دراسات في فرنسا هو المشاكل الفلسفية والاجتماعية. ثم انتهى به هذا الشغف إلا أنه جعل رسالته للدكتورة هو فلسفة ابن خلدون. As I earlier told you, فلسفة ابن خلدون الاجتماعية. This is the topic of his PhD thesis in France in 1917. ثم عاد إلى مصر بعد الحرب العالمية الأولى، مزودا بالثقافة الغربية الجديدة، وعين أستاذا في الجامعة للتاريخ Professor of History. وفي سنة 1924 تحولت الجامعة الأهلية إلى جامعة حكومية، فأصبح أستاذا للآداب اللغة العربية في الجامعة. وفي عام 1926 نشر كتابه الأول ما هو؟ هو في الشعر الجاهلي. هذا هو الكتاب الذي ثار عليه النقاد، وخاصة مصطفى صادق، دكتور مصطفى صادق الرافعي، ورجال الأزهر وغيرهم. حتى دكتور طه حسين إلى تعديل بعض الفصول من هذا الكتاب، وأعاد طبع هذا الكتاب باسم في الأدب الجاهلي. تم نشره باسم في الأدب الجاهلي. وفي عام 1929 أخرج طه حسين ترجمته الذاتية which is autobiography الأيام. The latest book is الأيام, the days. وكذلك أنه أصبح وزيرا للتربية والتعليم في سنة 1950 الميلادية، وأعلن إنه أيضا دكتور طه حسين إنه أعلن أن التعليم ضروري لكل أفراد الأمة، لكل أفراد الشعب، ضرورة الماء والهواء والغذاء، وإنه جعل التعليم مجانا للشعب كله. وفي سنة 1959 نال جائزة الدولة التقديرية في الآداب in literature. He got a prize, state prize in literature تنميها بجهوده الأدبية. إنه أيضا حصل على الدكتوراه الفخرية that is honorary PhD من جامعات أوروبية مختلفة from different European universities. He got a honorary PhDs. استمر طه حسين في خدماته الأدبية حتى عام 1973 الميلادي. أيها الطلاب الأعزاء، كان طه حسين ناقدا ومفكرا مشهورا ليس في العالم العربي فحسب، بل إنه في العالم كله. بان دعيم نقده على منهج ديكارت الذي يدعو إلى الشك في كل شيء. His critical approach was based on skeptical Descartes approach, which calls for doubtfulness in everything until you reach to the truth on established or firm grounds. بنى دعيم نقده طه حسين على منهج ديكارت الذي يدعو إلى الشك في كل شيء حتى يصل إلى اليقين على أسس وطيدة. وإنه قال أن الشعر العربي الجاهلي منحول بعد الإسلام means fabricated, false. وأن القرن الثاني الهجري the second century هجري كان قرن لهو ولعب وشك. دعا طه حسين إلى حرية الفكر، وأن ينظر في الأدب نظرا غير مقيد بمذهب أو عقيدة سوى روح البحث التحليلي. Only the analytical research methodology should be applied while looking into an literary piece of works. So dear learners, this was the summary or take a brief sketch in Arabic language about Taha Hussein, his literary works, and all his works he has done during his lifetime. So at this, I would request you people, at least you should go through his works, whatever he has done, whatever he has written in Arabic literatures. It is considered to be the finest one, to the best one in Arabic. That's why a complete unit has been devoted to Taha Hussein. As we know that the Taha Hussein, he became blind at the very young age, at the age of 2, 3 years. Even though this blindness or this ability did not stop him from doing whatever he had done, and he had produced a large number of literary works that he has been given a nickname Ayasarbike of Dean of the Arabic language. So I request you to go through this unit at least 2 times, 3 times. And all the difficult words have been already explained in the unit. Try to, and there are a lot of so much expressions given in the unit. Try to learn that expressions, very good expressions, or, and use them in your own languages. And try to summarize. This unit is about nearly 35 to 40 pages, but try to summarize the main text that is in Arabic, the main text on Taha Hussein. Try to summarize in Arabic in 1 or 2 pages in your own languages. First, you need to go through this unit 2 times, 3 times, and learn all the difficult words so that there will be no issue in understanding anything. And try and see, there are 2 or 3 text has been given as an example. The best one in this unit has been given for you from Al-Ayyam. So you, Al-Mu'adhabuna fil Arz, one text is from his very famous book, Al-Mu'adhabuna fil Arz, also given in the unit. So try to go through this text. Even though if you do not understand, no issue, but at least try to read it out and try to extract the best expressions given in the text and use them later in your own sentences. And if you look at the exercises, we would know that there are so many words have been given. For example, istadhara yastaziru, atqana yutqinu itqan, ihtamala yahtamilu. So many good verbs which has been used in the unit, in the text, has been given the exercise. Try to solve them, try to understand them, try to use them, in your own sentences. And a good number of expressions has been given the exercise. For example, lam yakun buddun, innaha tadullu ala maza asan yakuna hatta idha aqbala yabqa haythu huwa sanatan ukhra كأنما تتحرك معه إذا النساء يزغردن. So all these expressions has been given in the unit. Try to learn them, try to use them in your own sentences. And all the text which has been given this unit, try to go through them at least once or twice. And at the end, if you look at, there have been given some sample questions. You try to resolve them, try to answer them so that you can cross check yourself. You can check your understanding of the text given in this unit. And the best thing of this unit is that it has already been explained to you from where this text has been taken and what is the context of that text, in which context this text has been written. So you don't need to be worried. You just go through this and try to learn as much as you can. And at least I would advise, last but not least, I would advise you all, my dear learners, that you should go through at least these two books, Al-Ayyam wa Fil Adabil Jahri, Dr. Taha Hussain. And as you know that each and everything cannot be accommodated, as you know, in a single unit, because his literary works is a little large numbers. You cannot accommodate each and everything in this unit. So we have tried in this unit to accommodate the best one of his literary writings, and the rest is upon you people. You should go through all his works, I would suggest, but not at least these two books which I have already suggested you, so that you can have a taste of it literary works. That is from all from my side. And dear learners, if you have any question, clarification, please let me know. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your very informative session and for your motivational words to our students. I think it will inspire them to read the syllabus and study the lessons and to do the exercise, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you,
Any
ma'am.
doubt? Yeah, yeah, thank you, sir. Some of the questions they have written in the chat box is like this, sir.
Okay.
This is Nadia Murtaza, sir. Is it easy for you to reply? I think, sir.
Okay. So, dear learners, you have to write your assignment. Whatever the paper you can use any type of paper. It is whether A4 size, A3 size. It doesn't matter. But you have to write in your own handwriting. This is the matter. Content should be there. Format doesn't matter. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just write in your own writing. It will be A4 size. No issue at all. But the front page should be as per the guidelines given in the guidelines of the assignment. The front page only. And let me clarify one more thing. You do not need to enclose the evaluation copy with your assignment or with your project. No need at all. You have to submit only assignments and projects, whether in A4 size, A3 size, it doesn't matter. The content should be there as per the questions.
The next one, sir. Nadia again.
Nadia, I would suggest, see, paper full scale paper, office scale paper, it doesn't matter. The content should be there. You can use A4 size paper simply. It doesn't matter. The content should be there and should be as per the guidelines. As far as project is concerned, you can type all the matters if you want on your computer. But as far as assignment is concerned, it should be written in your own handwriting.
The next one is also from Nadia. Same
Yes.
sentences.
So it is up to you, Nadia. It is up to you. If you want to write the questions, you can. Otherwise, no need. From our side, it's not needed. You can write simply the answers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
And the last question from Mukhtar Goni.
yeah.
It is two courses launched in the same time, MA Arabic and MA Environmental Science. The students of MA Environmental Science received hard copy of Environmental Science, but students of MA Arabic not received.
Let me clarify that the MA Arabic program has been launched in a very
Yeah.
short period of time. We were not able to launch it, but even though we have launched in very short period of time, that's why people are not being provided with the hard copy. But I assure you that it will be provided. We are providing the soft copy at this stage, and I will after this session I will send you at least 5 more units to you guys so that you can write your assignment and prepare yourself.
Yes, sir. The same answer. I think Salim sir also given this answer to these questions.
Yeah,
Similar
actually,
questions.
very
Yeah,
short
yeah.
period of time it has been introduced
Yeah.
this question,
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
program.
Okay,
We
sir.
are already working on it and definitely will be provided to all of you.
Okay, sir. These are the questions, sir. No
Okay.
any other question? We have taken all the questions here and replied. And I think it is now any other question, you may put it in the chat box. We will wait for you.
Yes.
I think no any other questions, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Then okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks so
Thank you
much
so much,
because you
sir.
have already dedicated yourself, devoted a full time for this course. So I am very thankful,
Thank you, sir.
grateful to you
Thank you,
people that you are providing the learners all the possible assistance and support to them. To thank Wang again for this wonderful job. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, our dear students. Thank you. Thank you all, sir. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.